thing on my iPad. Not on my iPad, on my head. Hi, how are you? Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Maisha and Giselle. Hi. Hi, TikTok. Welcome. Hello, Facebook. I hope the thing is better. The view there. Hello, YouTube. Greetings. Hi. Okay, so let me try to pronounce your name because I've been trying to do that. Miss Gorgeous, Miss Queen, right? Ari, Arika is Arika. Is the red for you? Yeah. Burgundy, Burgundy. I love Burgundy. So the name is, yes, yes, I got it right. Yes, I've been trying to pronounce it and make sure that I get it right. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Hello, everybody. Hello, TikTok. African dance and tradition. Wow, wonderful. Hi. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me this morning. You're welcome. Alafia, Yummy boy. Hi, Yummy. Welcome. You front and center. Yes, I would love to definitely have you more, right? And then we take this journey together. Hi, African dance. Welcome, welcome. I need somebody to teach me more African dance because I'm terrible at it. Dancing in general. I stopped dancing. So for today, in my heart, I have, I don't know, I'm thinking between the hip hop queens and Kalima. Yesterday we did Kalima. Hi everyone. Oh, thank you, Arika. Thank you. I feel good. I feel beautiful. But I'm also very tired from the workout because I haven't done any workouts in a while. And so I'm already feeling it. I'm already feeling it. And this is just the first day of the challenge, right? I have a love and hate relationship with working out. So yesterday we did Kalima. She's upside down. We did Kalima, and today my daughter said we should do Kalima, but I was like, no, let's not do Kalima, and she chose hip hop queens. Yes, I'll get used to it. Yes, I'm always in and out, on and off when it comes to working out, but it's something that I can't just ever stop. I truly enjoy working out. Hi, Maisha. Hi. Thank you so much for all your support, Maisha. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you. So beautiful. Hi, user 2446 something something numbers. Thank you. So which one would you want? Because I am truly dressed like Kalima, the black goddess, the dark goddess that the child lead us. As she chose. Okay, let's do Kalima. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. Definitely dressed as Kalima, right? Dressed as the black. She is called the dark goddess, the goddess of destruction, the goddess of disruption, right? Whatever's going on with your mind and with your life, you call out to Kalima. Kalima will destroy all the illusions. There's Oya as well. Oya does that. Oya is the goddess of storms. Oya brings the storm, right? Hi, everyone. We're good to go. We're ready to go. Today, I don't have anything to say, right? Except to give, well, I can talk about the schedule because yesterday I was live at 4. Hi, Fatima Jallo. Which Fatima Jallo is this? Hi, Maurice. Thank you. Thank you. I think one of the things that I like most about myself, that I've always loved about myself, right? You are listening to Oya Beautiful. This week is destruction of things. And in my personal life, it is destruction of things as well. Love you too, Maisha. Yes, Go Home My Hand is absolutely wonderful. The community of people and the things we do together and the way that we just, motivate each other is beautiful. Yes, Maurice. And like I was saying, I think my entire life, and I've talked about this, how most of my life I have never liked myself, right? Due to the things that I went through and the way that I was raised. I didn't like myself. I didn't like my smile. I didn't like how I looked. But one thing that I've always loved was the color of my skin. And this was a time when, nobody taught me about being black. Nobody taught me about being African. Nobody even talks about being black. Everybody that surrounded me was bleaching their skin. But for some reason, I've always just been fascinated with my dark skin. As a child, it just always fascinated me that I could be this dark, and I just loved it. I think I was so fascinated with my skin color that I didn't have time to not like my skin color, right? As I mentioned, when I was in the Gambia, that's where I was born. It's hot, but it's not humid. It's a tropical place. And so what I would do is after school, after school, when people are taking transportations, commuting, or being picked up, I would walk for an hour, 2 hours. I did that too in Times Square, Upper East Side. I would walk for an hour, 2 hours during the hot sun, and then I would get completely dark, a lot darker. And I would go home, stand in front of the mirror, and be like, oh my God, look at my skin. It's so dark. It's so beautiful. How is it so dark? So when I came to America, before I knew about microaggressions and all of that, when I came here and people would say, can I touch your skin? For me, I absolutely loved hearing that. When somebody say, oh my God, look at your skin. Can I touch it? I'm like, yes, you can touch my skin. I never felt that something was wrong with that because I mean, I've always loved my skin. So when I see someone saying, can I touch your skin? I'm like, yes. What do you use on your skin? I'm like, shea butter, African shea butter. That's all I put on my skin. Oh, wow. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm from the Gambia, West Africa. This is before I knew what microaggression and all of these things are. For me, it was never microaggression. It was just like, you want to know more about me? Yeah, I will tell you. Anyway, let's go in the cards. And thank you so much, Maurice. Those days from Marina to San Jaba. Exactly, Black Shine. Yes, I would walk from Marina International all the way to San Jaba, right? I couldn't do it at Gambia High because that was absolutely too far. But even at Ndaos Comprehensive too, most times I would do it, just walk and then go home and get in my panties and just look at my skin, right? But then that is always the journey of a lot of women hating themselves. And I've talked about this. I don't know why this is coming back, but Maurice and Black Shine, you love Gambia. I love Gambia too. Who is that? Paul? That's usually the beginning of a lot of women all around the world, my color, hating themselves. Usually the subliminals is not from society. It's from our own families. It's from home, which is why the healing, charity begins at home. The healing begins at home. And so for me, Burfoot, it just true Burfoot. And so for me, as much as I was fascinated with how I looked and fascinated with my skin color and how it could just change, right, when I'm under the sun, and I still do that. I still go under the sun just for that look. You know, people that surrounded me from my own family at home would tell me, you need to get out of the sun. You look so dark as charcoal. Tati Siger, where are the Wolofs? Tati Siger. Tati Siger means, right, the bottom of the pot you cook with, the bottom of it, how dark it gets. I would actually get that dark. And they would tell me that I looked like that. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, that's how I want to look. That's how I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look blue-black, like dark. But that turned out to be a lot of bullying, not from anybody outside, from my own family, right? So I always say that when you see a woman bleaching her skin, or you see a woman trying to change her look, trying to go with the trends and with the narrative, never ask what is wrong with this woman. Always ask what happened to them, right? What happened to that woman? Hi, Mo. Are you from Gambia, Mo, or are you from Nigeria? Always ask what happened to them. Because as a child, the child doesn't know anything. And children are always fascinated with who they are. If you have children or you've been around children, you will see that they are always fascinated with their entire body, from their hair to their skin to using their hands to everything, even their sexual organs, right? But depending on the family and the mentality of the family, and if they're conscious or unconscious in the way that they deal, that's when they start to indoctrinate, abuse the child emotionally, verbally, right? Children explore themselves. Now, what we as adults deem to be either sexual or ugly or too dark or too whatever, children don't know that. And we end up teaching them that, right? Just because of our unconsciousness and whatever traumas we went through with our life. So, you know, the awakening has begun, and just being able to know the sweetest part, not the sweetest part. You are from Gambia, Mo. That's beautiful. Where in Gambia? Where in Gambia are you from? I was born in Banjul, and then we moved to Talinding, then ended up in Sanchaba. Sanchaba Sulay. But my family is from Busura. That's our village, Busura. And that's where I want to live when I go back to Gambia. I want an office there, a home office, in Busura. I want huts. I want to build huts and tents. There's too many cards when I said tents. It's a whole deck. I'm not reading all of that. I'm sorry, Giselle. All right, let's go. So today we're mixing so much, right? I have my ankh. I know that a lot of people don't even know what the ankh is. I spoke to a guy once and he was wearing the ankh and he was going through a lot in his life. And I asked him, Talending Sikap or Kundang? Was it Talending Kundang? I can't remember, but it was right by was it the field? The field, just as soon as you get into Talending from Serakunda, that's where it was. I can't remember. I think I was what, 8 years old? Yeah, I was 8 years old. We moved there when I was 5. So that's a long time ago. But I think from Serakunda, right when you get into Talending, right there, that's where we are, by the field, the huge field. So as I was saying, no, this was the card from yesterday. It's coming back today. So I'll do 2 cards. The card from yesterday was the card of destruction. So Kalima is mostly from India and all of that. Greetings from Kelserin, greetings. Sekabai. And then I'm wearing the ankh. And as I was saying, I was speaking to a guy once here in my neighborhood, and he was wearing the ankh, a long chain of the ankh, and he wears it a lot. And so I was telling, but he was going through so much with himself, his mental health, his wife, and he was drinking, so numbing his feelings, right? So I have done variations of numbing my feelings. So I could tell when I see somebody either eating, stress eating, drinking to numb themselves, or over smoking so much just so you don't feel whatever pain. I could see it. So I told him, I said, "You're wearing the ankh. Do you know what this is? You're from Sukuta." Wow, I was a walking distance to Sukuta. I would always walk to Sukuta. Nice. I was living in Talending too, but near the primary school. Okay, greetings. Yeah, so many people from St. Jabal and the Gambia. But as I was saying, who was that? Sarah J. I can give you my version of the ankh, but you do have to look it up and read it for yourself, right? What the ankh stands for. For me, I would say the ankh was the beginning before the cross came. So most of the things that I talk about or practice in my personal life, I have had to research and learn about what Africans, what our ancestors, so you can call them Africans, Black people, right? Anybody that looks like me, what our people believed in, um, practiced about themselves before Christianity and Islam. I'm from a Muslim family. I have had to learn a little about Christianity. And what I have learned in my journey is that the ankh came before all of them. And so, but you can look it up and learn about it further. But I was telling the guy, yes, Erika, right? You can tell when somebody's numbing themselves with substances. So I told the guy, do you know what you're wearing? You wear this every day, and you are going through so many issues in your life, right? And I can tell that you're drinking right now because you're trying to feel good. And when you are in toxic environments, sometimes we don't know. They don't help you heal. Whatever you're using to numb yourself, they just give you more of that. If you drink, they give you more to drink. If you smoke, they give you more to smoke. If you eat, they give you more to eat, right? Everything is an addiction. If you are addicted to toxic relationships, they help you more with the toxic relationships. So never look down on somebody who's a drug addict or an alcoholic or somebody who's smoking or drinking, because you also have an addiction that equals to the person that is drinking. It's just that their way of showing their pain is through the bottle, right? So I told him that, and he said, this is the cross. I'm wearing the cross. Yeah. You are a stress eater. My sister is a stress eater. My blood sister. I'm 8 years younger than her. I absolutely love her. Basically, what I do now was predicated on the fact that I wanted my voice to be out there. So anybody who feels like myself or my sister can hear me and also document my journey so that one day, hopefully, my sister would hear these things. Because I couldn't talk to her, she couldn't hear. She's a painfully a stress eater, 8 years younger than I am. She stress eats too and was very suicidal at some point in her life, and that, it's so painful for me to know. It's a journey. All right, Mo. All right, Mo. Enjoy your training. And so I told the guy, I said, you can use the ink that you are wearing, you can activate it into your life and heal yourself and get to your healing journey, because what you're wearing is not the cross. This is before the cross. And I could tell from his eyes, he had no idea what I was saying. Julie, yours is food too? Yes, I love my sister. My sister's Tisbejai. For the people who are here from the Gambia, you probably, sometimes I have people come over who knew me from my childhood, and they've met my sister, Tisbejai. She's my only, well, she's not my only younger sister. It's two of them. One of them from my father's side, and this way is from my mother's side. Yeah. You're from Trinidad and Tobago. Hi, my Caribbean sister. Welcome, welcome. I have everybody here, the whole family, right? Okay, let's go into the cards. The entire family is here. Yeah, you notice, babe? Exactly. Still, there are like 50 cards always coming. That's a lot of cards. So we are mixing, right? We have Kalima from India, but all of these world cultures and world ways of being, many of them you can trace it back to Africa. You are from Jamaica. I need to go to Jamaica. I need to live in Jamaica. My country, the Gambia, Maurice, is called Little Jamaica. That's how it's called. If you listen to, what is that? If you listen to Morgan Heritage, their song, Silla, is it called Silla or Sala? They made a song about the Gambia, because Gambian people are very Rastafarian. Good to see you too, Yale. Yale. Yeah. Gambian people embrace, a lot of Gambian people embrace the Rastafarian culture. So I met Sizzla in person, interviewed him. So from Sizzla, Morgan Heritage, Richest Spice, I'm not sure if Bound to Killer went, but I think Bound to Killer did, right? The Gambians correct me. Bound to Killer was there. Vibes, did Vibes got Cartel go to Gambia and Busy Signal? Most of them did. Buju Bantan, they all go to the Gambia. All right, let's see. The first one, what it says. Four. My new favorite Jamaican artist. I don't know, is he Jamaican? Chronix. And it's not really about his music, it's his interviews, listening to Chronix talk. I find it healing. He is Jamaican. Hi, it's my cousin. Which cousin? I have so many cousins. Huge family. Yes, I love Chronix and his interviews. I think they are very enlightening. If you are spiritual and on a spiritual path, or if you are drawn to the spiritual path and the spiritual journey, definitely listen to everything Chronic says. His music, of course, not just listen to the music. Luciano, right? Luciano as well. I constantly listen to Sweep Over My Soul. I grew up listening to Kokoti. Definitely Gambia and Jamaica. It's little Jamaica, little Jamaica. Okay, let's go with the first card. Like I said, I identify a lot with Kali because her depiction is always the black goddess or the dark goddess. And in some here, she has the painting, the blue painting. But if you look at her over here, she looks exactly like me, right? As dark as me. Hi, Gibson. Are you here? Are you scared? Or you're not scared anymore about the oracle's place? Are you here, Gibson? Or did you get scared and fall off? Our African people are still scared about their heritage. Our black people from around the world. Let me read this. Our wild divine mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. Fascinated. My post before I came on live was about fear. Maisha, no fear. Gibson is scared about these issues, right? He's scared about it. We talked about it. And he's like, people criticize what you're doing. I was like, well, in my mind, I'm thinking Jesus was criticized, Muhammad was criticized, Buddha was criticized, all the saints were criticized. Was Mother Teresa criticized? I don't know. Mandela, very much hated. But now these are the people that we look up to, right? You can't please everybody. You don't know. I don't know why they're scared. Yeah, most people are. I messaged somebody because I was like, "Oh, we're on the same networking platform, and you unfollowed me. Well, I'm still following you, so I hope we can still engage." And the person was like, "Well, unfollow me because you posted something that scared me." I said, "Me? I only post about African stuff." But if you're scared, maybe it's about time you research about your culture and heritage and where you're from, right? And look into what Africans used to do before Christianity and Islam took over our minds. Yeah, this the scary stuff is there. If it's not white Jesus or Muhammad, most of our people from all over the world, Africa, Caribbean, African American, right? They feel that you're being a witch. Our wild divine mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberate us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your path, though it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity, the dark mother of grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. The dark mother, that's Kalima, she is the dark mother. She manifests herself now as Bhadra, the gentle. She will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. And like I said, I identify a lot with Kalimar. So if in my Telegram group, which now I'm just going to call the Oracles Place. I call it the Accountability Network. The Telegram group is basically for creating a home for people who never felt at home. Because personally, I know how it feels to not feel at home. Like, right, Maisha, we have talked about this, right? And Kalima, the Divine Mother, knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberate us from fear. And I've talked to people on here. Hello, Mrs. Sheila. Hi, thank you for stopping by. And I've talked to people, especially on TikTok, who I have a video that went viral, which is Dr. Arikana talking about these issues of religion, race, and all of this stuff. And that video went viral. No, how, Empress, let's talk about dark magic. You can talk about dark magic. I am dark magic. I am dark and I am magical. So I am dark magic. So I don't know what your definition of dark magic is, right? So some people on that post will put people off, will curse people out on the post, will say really nasty stuff about people. And I was like, you know, bestowing sweetness that liberate us from fear. Just because you know the wisdom, you know the ideas, you know what's happening, you know you have to go back to your ancestries, you know you have to love yourself, but not everybody knows that. So just because everybody doesn't know, it is not up to us to say, oh, Pisces, you're Pisces, hi Vonda, to say F these people or these people are whatever, whatever. So for the awakening and for this journey, hello, hi, and for this journey, when it comes to talking to people, we have to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates everybody around us from fear. Black and magical, right? I am black and I am magical. I am black magic. I am dark magic. I don't need to do black magic or dark magic because I am that. Am I not? All right, so let me read that one again and then we go to the next card. The next card is pretty beautiful. This is the second card that we will read, right? But let me read this one again. The Mother. Our wild divine Mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. So it says our wild divine Mother, which is something that I see within myself. I have had to become the woman that I needed, the mother that I didn't have. So when you look at me, I am the woman that I needed as a child, and that woman wasn't there. So the wild divine Mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberate us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your path, though it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity, the dark mother, Kalima, of grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. She manifests herself now as Bhadra Kali, the gentle. She will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. Right? Let's go to the next one. The next one is number 5, Guna Tantrika. Guna, I don't know what that means. Guna Tantrika. Well, let's find out together. It's a beautiful card. See that? You are red, ND, and magic. Beautiful, full blood. Zyrus, tribe, full blood. Wonderful. Pleasure to have you here. Let's create the family, powerful family of spiritual beings, right? The Divine Mother manifests the cure for when we feel overwhelmed or confused, or when we feel we are falling apart. The Divine Mother, a good book to read. Hey, Buri Mastanyan, hey, Buri Job. That's my sister, my other sister. Why you laughing? What's funny? What's the LOL for? A good book to read is When Things Fall Apart. So there's two versions of that. There's Things Fall Apart by Chinwe Achebe, which also is spiritual. There's also another When Things Fall Apart by Pema. Pema is a monastic, is a monk, right? So you have Chinua Achebe from Nigeria or Ghana, West Africa, which is historical, it's also spiritual, and then you have Pema Chodron. She is a monk, a monastic, and it's about just life in itself falling apart. You miss me, I miss you too, my sister, I miss you too. The Divine Mother manifests the cure for when we feel overwhelmed or confused, or when we feel we are falling apart or locked into stagnation. Yes, when things fall apart and things fall apart. Exactly, yeah. They're two very good books to read. When we feel we are falling apart or locked into stagnation, and we have talked many a time that if you feel stuck, or when we feel stuck in our life, we are stuck in one place and we can't move further, that is always because something needs to change in our life and we don't want to change it. We don't want to change it, or we are not ready to change it, or we are afraid to change it, right? And being afraid to change it, it could be, what would people say? What will people think about me? How would people feel about me? I can't leave my marriage. I can't move out of this house. I can't start this business. I can't go to school. I don't like school, but some people do. I love reading, but not school. And I don't like having a job. But you're fearful of something, anything. And so because you're not taking the step or making the leap, right? Or changing whatever it is that needs to change, your mental health, losing weight, gaining weight, whatever it is, that's when you feel stuck because your soul is growing internally, but you are not letting that express out in itself. So she is the superior medicine. Even when we may not be sure what is needed to bring ourselves back into balance, she holds the answer. Tune into your heart, and there you will find her sacred prescription. Trust your inner guiding sense of what to do or not to do next. Trust that a better order is being established. What I'm not reading, what I'm listening to now is Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks, The Next Logical Step is what I'm listening to right now, right? So over here it says, tune into your heart, and there you will find her sacred prescription. Trust your inner guidance, sense of what to do or not to do next. Trust that a better order is being established. If you've been here, I always talk about how the voice in our head is everything. the small voice in our head is what guides us. So depending on what your voice, the voice in your head is saying, that will determine what you will do next. If the voice in your head is still what everybody or what society tells you you are, you can't be this, you can't be that, you're too this, you're too that, and just negative programming that's going on in your head, and that is the voice, then you are always in a cycle, just always spiraling downwards. Depression, anxiety, poverty, no money. Poverty is a mental state. It's not just not having the physical manifestation of the money, it's a mental state. So whatever goes on in our mind, myself included, that's what transpires, manifests out there in our life. However you see what is happening right now in your reality is a manifestation of what is going on in here, in your head. Some people don't like hearing that. But from my own experience, it has been that. I had to say that within myself, right? That I am creating my reality. If I'm fearful, then I get into fearful situations, and fear is what manifests. If I have low self-worth, I don't have value within myself, I go out there and I attract very toxic and narcissistic people. And this all stems from the voice that's speaking in your head, how you were raised as a child, the things that you were told as a child. All right. Two more cards. Kundalini Shakti. I like this card, but I will read this one again. We read every card twice. Repetition is the mother of learning. So, the Divine Mother manifests the cure of when we feel overwhelmed or confused, when we feel we are falling apart or locked into stagnation. She is the superior medicine. Even when we may not be sure what is needed to bring ourselves back into balance, she holds the answers. Tune into your heart, and there you will find her secret prescription. Trust your inner guiding sense of what to do or not to do next. Trust that a better order is being established. Trust. If you don't trust yourself, that means that you need to start tapping into your intuition, making it a lot stronger and louder and more pronounced out in your life. Hi, Mama Gasama. Hi, Mama Nagadef. Pleasure to see you again, Mama. Number 10. Kundalini Shakti. I love Kundalini Shakti. A lot of people are afraid of Kundalini, but I don't know. I listened to Sadhguru about a lot of spiritual stuff, especially tapping into Indian spirituality, right? And I've never been afraid of any of this. So, Kundalini Shakti. Here is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways. I'm going to read that again. I am my hood self today with my gum, right? Ndava, you sent me a message. Maurice, yes. This is a very powerful deck. The Kali's deck is very powerful. Two of the most powerful ones I have is the Isis deck and Kalima. Now, you send me a message where on TikTok. I will check it. I haven't checked my messages on TikTok, but I'll check it and then send you the link. Hello. You know, I like ratchet but hood, ratchet but hood. So I still have my gum, chewing my gum and reading. People say it's not professional, you know, but the people that relate will find me. We can be hood together. Kundalini Shakti. Here is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Babis, right? I'll get my hood boys and girls, men and women with me. This is so amazing. Just reading these cards because I posted something about fear. Maybe after this I will read it, and that's basically what these cards are saying. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be, at a spiritual level, all is well. I have to say this to myself often, every time. Outworn energy is being processed and broken apart. From the ashes of your inner fire, you shall emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. What Giselle said, I don't know if she's still here, that basically this week, most of what we're doing is this disruption, thank you. Disruption and destruction, right? And that's what these cards are talking about. And it's what I posted about this morning. Fear is a good driver. It drives you to change your life. That is, if you don't buckle and let it cripple you. I used to let fear cripple me, but not anymore. But as this card is saying, let me read it again before I go to this card, which is coming again, and we had it yesterday, and it's a card of disruption. Here is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be, at a spiritual level, all is well. Outworn energy is being processed and broken apart. From the ashes of our inner fire, you shall emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. Like I said, today, after our meditation session in Girl Hold My Hand, the lady that was leading it, Leah, talked about, what's the name? Talked about Abraham Hicks. Anybody knows Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, with the next logical step. Hi, Fatimata, welcome. Yeah, right, Babis. So Abraham Hicks, the next logical step. I'll probably share that in the well, I shared it already. I shared the link to that particular teaching. Let me see. Yes, the next logical step for you, the formula. So I'll probably make a playlist. Oh, you're very welcome, Fatimata. I'll make a playlist of these and what I'm listening to today and put it in there. All right. So let's go. Now, everybody, before I go forward, please join me in the Telegram group if anything that I am saying relates to you. Like I always say, I am calling in my tribe. I am looking for my tribe. the people who hear me, even if it is 5 people or one person, I'm looking for you. I'm not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. I'm not trying to connect with everyone. I am looking for specific people who this journey sounds and feel right for them. So if you feel you are that person, I'm calling on to you to join me in my Telegram group. Because eventually, with all of us in one place, all around the world, these are things that we can do together. And I actually, as I look for the next card, I learned this from a friend of mine who is also a meditation teacher. Right? And I was having a conversation with her. At that point, I was going through a very difficult time of finding my footing, of grounding myself, of also identifying the people that I needed to be around. So basically, my tribe. And so I was telling her about the situation that I was going through where I attracted these people who were a mirror of my energy, my toxic energy, my negative energy, my narcissistic energy. So these people mirrored that to me, and I realized I don't want to be around this anymore. And so she told me that what she does in the work that she does, 180, in the work that she does, her job is her life. Well, so her meditation classes and the retreats that she does, that is her life. That's what she lives. It's not just a job. And the people that she meets within that, those are her friends. I was like, wow, that's possible. She's like, yeah, those are my friends. When I travel, these are the people that I stay with. And also, whenever they travel and come to where she is, they stay with her. And I've met some of them. So it's not just me saying, oh, come join, and then I sell you stuff. No, we create a bond, we chat inside the Telegram group. If you come to wherever I am, we meet. If I go to wherever you are, so it's like a whole cycle of positivity and transformation. And it's beautiful just me being able to witness it with her and the people that she worked with, because she's the closest friend I have, and I've gone to stay at her place. And sometimes when I go, it will be about 3 to 4 of us ladies staying in one house. And the other ladies, all of us are from different parts of the world, and then we come together just by meditation and yoga and all. I want to create that. I want to create that with, African people, with Black people, men and women, conscious people. That's why I said I'm reading this one. This one is for disruption, right? I'm not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for particular people who actually want to do this, no matter what you're going through, right? I'm not calling you because you have money, because you can buy something, because you have a house. No, because we're transforming together. You can be at home now and have zero in your bank account. Your wisdom is not in your money. Your wisdom is the work that you're doing to better yourself. What was that? Mimi? Mimi Jeng? Mimi Jeng, of course, of course. Send me a message or just go to the link in my bio on TikTok there, and everybody else can do the same. There's a particular link that says join my Telegram group. When you click the link in my bio, it says join my Telegram group. And join me there. And join me there. The Tantric Priestess. This is the card we had yesterday. It's coming back. This is the one I said that I identify greatly with Kalima. Oh, she is the dark goddess. You see her? So feel like her. And today I'm dressed all like her. The Tantric Priestess of Karmic release release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building, and our training yesterday, were you there, Fatimata, when Tammy Price was talking about momentum, motion, movement, and monies? When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. That's basically what Kalima does. It's already 1 o'clock. Wow, that's so fast. To reverse the damage, she appears. Yeah. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentle. You shall emerge unharmed. There's something coming saying, in my mind to say it, but let me read it, the card one last time, and I will say this. The Tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire to reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentle. You shall emerge unharmed. And what's coming to mind right now, before I end, we have about 3 minutes. Today I'm not going any longer. Maybe I'll do 5 more minutes because I have to go to the post office to send a customer's order. It's right there. What's coming to mind is, Fatimata, you're still here. In the Telegram group, I write, I do copywriting too. And then sometimes I would take hello. Sometimes I will take some writings from my school, edit them, and tailor them to our situation so that it speaks to us. This is also something that I am being taught in the school that I am. Can I read for you? Well, I do collective reading here, but if you want a one-on-one, you can go to the link in my bio. There's a form, right? And you can put in whatever information that you can, and we can do a Zoom one-on-one, and I can read for you. I am done with the collective read. I'm sorry, you came a little bit late. We're closing now. But if you come on my YouTube, Oracle's Place, or my Instagram, Empress Fire, you can find the recorded and rewatch it. But we're nearly done. I'm at the closing now. So what came to mind when I was reading the last card is that, like I was saying, in the Telegram group, I do copywriting, and then I get some writings from our school and I edit them and tailor them to whatever situation we're going through, most times to my own situation, but you relate to it because, right, when we come together as one, then we are going through the same emotions. I spoke to someone, we're on WhatsApp, and we were chatting because I use some of their stuff as well when I'm doing my posting. And they told me that, because on my Instagram and even TikTok, I put health, wealth, wisdom, because those are the only things I talk about. And so he took a snapshot of that and showed me that I need to learn something from you. I said, what? And he said, wealth. I was like, but are you in the Telegram group? He said, yes, I'm in the Telegram group. I'm like, okay, do you read what I share? Do you take a look at the videos that I share in the Telegram group? And they give me an excuse. This is an excuse that we do. We talk about attention span, right? How on social media, it has destroyed our attention span to the point that we don't read. And also why this is coming to mind is because I'm about to go to the library and I just give away like 2 boxes of books because I'm moving. People that have money, people that are wealthy, they read. Some form of reading, they do that. Apart from the real world and Girl Hold My Hand, on Instagram, I am also part of an exclusive community of an author. And this author constantly tells us about reading and would write us these things before he became an author and now that he's an author. Anywhere you go in your life, you don't have to be in my Telegram group, but anywhere you go in your life, you need to have the habit of reading. Reading 1 hour a day, reading 30 minutes a day, right? I can see the numbers dropping because the things that I talk about, I just not everybody that wants to hear it. But the more you research, the more you read, the more you inform yourself, the more knowledge you have, the less anxious and in pain you are, especially if you put it into action. If you read something and it changes the way you think and then you act on it right away. Say you read, what's coming to mind is the 4 agreements. You read, you love reading, Fatima, I can see that. You read 4 agreements and then you just let it sink in. But then eventually, why is this battery low? And then eventually you go back, you read the first agreement, and then you put it into action into your life. But one thing that we do, especially my people, our own people, I can only talk about us. I can't talk about anybody else because, I mean, that's who I am. We want it the easy way, and this is what this person wanted. The things that I share, they're not just something from me. It's from the people that I'm learning who make the kind of money that I want to make, who live the type of life that I want. And so I'm learning it from them and then bringing it to us. And I do that through our Telegram group, which is why I tell everybody join there. It's called the Oracles Place. It's in the link in my bio. So everything I share, it's not just something me just sitting down and feeling good about something and sharing it. No, these are things that I get from people out there who have made or created the type of life that I want to live. And so I call in my tribe and I call in people who are going on that journey as well. And I share this information and these messages with them. The same book, different perspectives, right? But now, what this person wanted was for me to baby them, to tell them, oh, this is what you do, this is what you do, but they don't want to read it because they are a bad boy. You know, those ideas that we have of being a bad boy, or I am a, you know, I am this and I am that. Hello, hello. Ralph, is the name Ralph? Ralph from Long Island City. But as I put in the, let me read this, which I also got from 2 of my mentors. Success is not in your feelings, it's in your focus. Because if success was in our feelings, I would have been somewhere else now. Because I'm very emotional. Taking control of your life is your responsibility. Is your responsibility. Like the one of the groups that I am in is called Girl Hold My Hand. I can hold your hand, right? Let me take Fatimata as an example. I can hold Fatimata's hand. I can walk with Fatimata. If she feels down, I can share some things that would lift her spirit up, right? I can be there for her. But taking actual control of her life is her responsibility. Now, when somebody sees you doing the work, and I had to learn this the hard way, when somebody sees you doing the work to change your life, it makes it easy for them to help you. But if you join a group or you join a lesson, whatever, or you have a library card, but you never really use it, but you're going around asking people how to do this, how to do that, how to do that, eventually people will get tired of that because you don't want to work for stuff. You just want it to be handed to you. When I say you, I'm not talking to you. Understand how I'm putting it. All of us. I used to do that as well. Which is why when this person did it, I was able to recognize that this is what they were doing. And I had to tell them, okay, so you're a bad boy. Bad boys don't read. And I was like, well, you want to be successful, you want to be great, you want to be rich, but rich people read. And their answer to me was, well, yeah, this is true according to the research that I have done. And I'm like, you did that research. You know, rich people read. The people whose lives you want to live, they read. But you feel anything is too long for you to read. My people, as I close here today, and I have to go because our place just starts raining at any point, read, read, learn, research. Now, don't stop at reading. Don't just have a book and just feel good because you're reading. Oh, I'm reading. I used to be that person too. Taking responsibility. Yeah, I used to be that person. I just feel good reading because that's all I knew. I didn't really know how to take action. I was seeking for all of these things, but I didn't know how to seek it. Coach Stormy talks about this. So I would read. I could read a whole book in one night and would not take action. So don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Read one book, take action. Read another book, implement the teachings of what is said inside of the book to change your own life. And then when you need more resources, now it's easy for you because you have already read the book, you've taken action, but maybe you are confused and you don't know, then you get a coach or somebody, a therapist. Now, when you talk to them and say, and this I actually did with my own therapist, so I know what I'm saying. When I do the healing work, when I read the books and I listen to the audios, to the tapes and whatever it is, and then it's time for our session, and I'm doing something, but maybe it's overwhelming or I don't know what to do, then I would tell her, okay, so I was reading this book, or I was listening to this teacher or this therapist, and they said this, and that, but I don't know how to implement that in my life. I am telling you, it made my therapist feel so good. Whenever I came up with issues like that, she is always ready to talk to me about stuff. Our sessions were 1 hour, and sometimes we will go past 1 hour. Or right at the 1 hour mark, she will say, it's time for us to stop. But I have this question. I'm like, okay, let's go. And we will talk. So when you actually do the work, and I also learned this from my school in the real world, they have a system of asking questions. You don't just get up and ask questions. They always say, do the research, look for videos, ask other people, try it yourself. If you fail, it doesn't work, you have tried, you don't know what to do, now you already have the knowledge. You are armed with the knowledge. The moment you ask a question, it will be well constructed. It will be a powerful question. And the person you are asking will know that you actually tried. because now you have all this knowledge. Maybe the next step is you just don't know how to put all the knowledge together and get to the next level, to the next step. Anyway, my therapist jokingly said to me, "Our therapist, because of the things I learned from my books." Yes, I had that from mine too. I had that from mine. She would always say, "I'm learning so much from you. I didn't even know about all of this." And I'm like, "Well, I read a lot." Anyway, I'll see you all 1 hour, 10 minutes. I'll be back at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. we'll be talking about cleansing for healing. Absolutely makes sense. Thank you, Ralph. Took me years to get to that point because I, just like everybody else, I never wanted to do the work. I wanted people to give it to me on a silver platter. So I know how it feels. I'll be back at 4 p.m. and we'll be talking about cleansing for healing. And I don't know which ones of the products I'll be talking about, but maybe I'll talk about women's health. And of course, men are always welcome because when men are acute with this information, I think men should also be in women's environment and women should be men's environment. Because as a woman, I am in a man's environment. And when I learn how to be around men and help men, it awakens me. So I invite men in my conversations, and we'll be talking about women's health, some of the issues we go through. I'll be talking about this product and how I use it, and what I have learned in my journey, and the things that I didn't learn in my journey that warrant me to need so many different products to help assist my own health, right? Yes, so thanks for all you do. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Girl, the watermelon tea tastes so good, but also it's the watermelon tea is so effective. Girl had me in a chokehold. I'm telling you, I'm going into the bathroom. The cleansing, we have to do a separate live just for the watermelon tea. Because the fruit punch is a powerful cleansing tea, but the watermelon, it's yeah. I know the feeling. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about that. All right. Bye bye, everybody. I'll see you. Um, um, I love my outfit. I love my this.